Legion, welcome back. My name is Max, and we are actually doing a bit of live things. As you can see up at the top, we are doing a bit of batch recording. I've got my buddy Mimic here. I will say you don't
Why
have to
would
say.
you like this?
I will say you don't have to say hi every time, but I will introduce you every time just to be safe.
Well, I might as well say hello.
Yeah.
Hello from Canada. It's cold. Oh, it's actually.
Well, I have some snacks. I have Dr. Pepper.
I have 4 monsters, a thing of lollipops, and a Coke.
And today,
Because why not?
well, for this part of the stream, we will be watching some of MoreParz's shorts. We are also live over on X, which I think is pretty cool. But if you want to join and be a part of this, then please be sure to drop over to the Twitch and drop a follow. We're currently pushing for affiliate at the moment, and yeah,
Yeah, just let
love to have you there.
let me know when we can start. Let me know when we can start streaming on Spotify.
Oh, I don't know if we can.
I would love to do that. That'd be funny. I would love that. That'd be funny as fuck.
It might
Live streaming on Spotify.
It would be kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie.
We're gonna live stream on fucking Livewire.
Lively.
Don't test me. I will find a way to live stream on Reddit.
I genuinely think I'd rather be called slurs 24 hours a day than live stream on Reddit.
I will live stream on every goddamn platform there is on this world. I will find a way to live stream to a Neuralink.
That's.
Oh, you're driving? Boom, here's my face, motherfucker.
The fitness gram pacer no.
The fitness gram pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic compatibility test, which will progressively get more difficult as it continues.
Anyways. Now, also, one thing that is most important about this, please be sure that if you are watching this video, go support MoreParz before you do anything involving my channel. MoreParz makes all this wonderful content, and he does a lot for the YouTube community. So support him before you do anything involving my channel. Give him a like, give him a subscription, and hey, go
Honestly,
follow
just
Twitch.
do that with all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, just follow all of them.
Yep.
Like
I will.
Hey, it does not matter.
I'll bring.
Does not matter how depressed or sad you are. You'll be fine as long as you just laugh.
Yeah.
That's not entirely true. Seek help if you're struggling. But when I'm in a bad mood or not doing too great, I usually just put on like Fen or Maxor and just laugh my ass off for a few hours.
Yeah. He's seen a couple of the creators that we have seen today, but I will be showing him just a bunch of my favorite things. I've seen a bunch of this. I'm not sure how much of any of this he's seen, but we'll figure it out together.
I follow Fen, MoreParz, and I don't even know who Fire Park Apartment Chronicles is, but I follow the other two on TikTok. But I also follow like 2,000 people on TikTok, so I see them very rarely.
Fair enough. Anyways, let's begin,
Maxor, I've seen almost every video. But continue, yeah.
So first, we do that, and
Australia has a lot of spiders, but recently we found a new one, because of course we fucking did. And the new one is the most certified Australian moment I've ever seen. For a bit of context, one of the several thousand spider species we are home to is the Sydney funnelweb, the deadliest spider on the planet. Because of course it's down here. Where the fuck else did you think you were going to find it? These scary looking fuckers are highly venomous and can flatline you with a bite in 15 minutes. And if you think wearing thick clothes will save you, be aware the bastards have fangs long enough to punch through shoe leather.
These little bastards are fucking terrifying, by the way. Like,
I wish you warned me about spiders, my dude.
I thought.
Did you forget that I'm arachnophobic?
A little bit, yeah. I apologize for that. I did say MoreParz was on the menu and Spider HQ.
Yeah. That thing is fucking disgusting, though. Nothing a flamethrower can't deal with, though.
Yeah. They're
Gotta
fucking...
give it the old Canadian treatment.
Yeah.
Blow it up.
They are fucking fast, though. Surprisingly fast.
Now,
Yeah.
why do I bring these little nightmares up? What is the one thing worse than a spider rocking armor-piercing rounds that can send you to heaven with same-day delivery? A bigger spider rocking the same perk setup. That's right, Australian scientists have found a brand new species of this funnel web that is even bigger. How much bigger? Well, the standard Sydney funnel web grows to around 5 centimetres or 2 inches. And I mean,
would you like to take a guess to see how big this thing is?
I'm guessing about a foot.
Not quite, but I like how your brain works, and also hate how your brain works at the same time. Because a
I've
Sydney
been
funnel
in
web...
Dungeons and Dragons DM for too long, man.
Yeah, I know. A funnel web a foot long is terrifying, because that is, I believe, the length of the body. Where a 2-inch long spider body is fucking terrifying.
and if you're asking me, 2 inches is more than enough. 2 inches is actually fucking huge. By comparison, this is the new one. It's twice the fucking size, cunt.
Yikes.
Nope. You know, I always
4
wanted to go to
inches
Australia.
of eight-legged menace to the animal kingdom. But that isn't even the best part. You see,
I won't.
do you know what they named this thing? Do you know what professional scientists named a supersized version of the most dangerous spider on the entire fucking planet? The Newcastle Big Boy. Deadliest spider on the entire fucking globe. Big Boy. Only in Australia.
Certified Australian
Okay,
moment.
so before we go any further here, I'm gonna give some context to my reaction here because I did say I'm arachnophobic, but I'm not really responding or reacting right now. For any viewers, I live in a basement right now, and I live in an old 1940s farmhouse. I deal with spiders all the time, and I'm also in Canada, where we can get everything from black widows to brown recluse just casually chilling on your coffee. I spent about 3 hours today just killing wolf spider nests with a pair of Crocs because it was all I could find.
To be fair, wolf spiders aren't particularly bad. They kill a lot of really bad spiders.
They do. My issue is, and this one you're gonna laugh at. In order to get to my bathroom, I have to walk through a boiler room. All right. It was about 3-4 nights ago. I am standing in front of the toilet at 3 a.m. holding my dick, and I saw a wolf spider on my hand.
Oh. Oh,
That was the most
no.
terrifying piss I've ever taken in my life.
Yeah, I fucking feel it. Yeah.
Horrifying. That was the most terrifying piss I've ever taken in my life.
I can imagine. Oh boy. I believe the next one is.
and
I believe the next one is also a spider, but it's a huntsman. Those things, they're huge,
okay,
but they're very sweet.
they're friendly.
There we go.
Australia's scariest spider is hiding a deep secret. But what is it? Well, introducing the huntsman, native to the land down under, and the #1 cause of tourists absolutely shitting themselves on camera. And look, in defense of said tourists, I will be the first to admit, yeah, this looks scarier than a f***ing job application. Those gangly ass legs and the hair make him look like Slender Man's testicle. Now,
I still need to find a reason to use that fucking job application image that I've got.
Send it to Sam.
You know what? I very well may do that.
as if having a negative charisma stat wasn't bad enough, I regret to inform you that the huntsman spider grows up to 30 fucking centimeters in size, making it the largest spider on the planet by leg span and legally allowing Subway to market him as a foot long.
God, the thing
Now,
is
being
fucking
the
huge,
spider
dude.
equivalent of a Ford F-150, you'd think he'd have the common decency to be slow, you know, tank build. Unfortunately, the Huntsman is fucking turbocharged. Now, it's usually at this point in the video that I would inform you that he is also highly venomous, because it's Australia. However, that's his big secret. The huntsman is a big sweetheart. You see, despite looking like an SCP, huntsmen are incredibly timid, and on the rare occasion they do bite, their venom is harmless. In fact, seeing one of these bad boys in your house is a blessing in disguise, because if you see a huntsman in your home, I guarantee you won't see any annoying ass flies or mosquitoes, because he's eaten them. You see,
It's also not just flies or mosquitoes. They will eat a lot of pest species that are, like, very dangerous in Australia. They'll eat other spiders. I'm pretty sure they'll eat rats and snakes.
You know what? I would, if it wasn't for the fact that I'm worried that, a huntsman would eat my cat, I would probably get one if they were in my country.
Don't worry, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't. Like, a cat is way too fucking big and way too fucking violent for anything that small.
Well, one of my cats is really small because of some genetic stuff, but like,
Oh.
yeah. She's also scared of everything and likes to piss off everything.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
understands he's big
But,
enough
like-
that he should be paying rent.
Huh?
Oh, no, continue.
Okay.
And so he contributes to the household in pest control. I personally have had one of these bad boys as an 8-legged roommate, and I can tell you they're pretty good company.
Ooh.
Except for the part where they cause car crashes. Yet, you see, huntsmen like to hide in tight spaces and cracks, and they do it by flattening out their body to fit into the gap. Now, in the house, that usually means you'll just find them behind a painting, but when you're flying down the highway at 110k an hour and decide to flip down the sun visor because God is trying to flashbang you, yeah, they like to sleep in there and you've just dropped one into your lap. Now, whatever you do, don't panic or you're going to crash the...
Jesus.
They're very sweet,
No, what am I?
but terrifying at
You
the
know-
same time.
This just reminds me. Well, a little while back, and reminder for some people, I work in hospitality. One of my old bartenders left our work to go move to Australia while being terrified of the common house spider. I wonder if she's even still alive.
Oh no.
I'm genuinely concerned whether or not she's still even alive.
She might have had a heart attack.
She's scared of like the tiny little soft pitch black house spiders that are like the size of my pinky nail. Hey,
Oh,
Nugget.
boy.
Sorry, my cat Nugget is around.
Giddy.
Yeah, her full legal name is Chicken Nugget because she looks like one. I didn't name her.
Oh god, I hate this thing.
This wasp is based...
Yeah.
Ew.
No.
Okay, I can say without a shadow of a doubt, this is probably the worst thing I have ever seen. I know
Oh,
that-
Jesus Christ.
I know what this creature is, and I'm pretty sure this is the creature that made Charles Darwin question the existence of a god, because he wondered if a god would ever create something naturally that was so cruel and sadistic.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. Right as you were talking, I got a text from someone that I sent a video to. If we have the capability, I need to send you a video for you to react to on stream at some point today.
Depends on what it is, but I might be able to.
It's a guy with a super thick Irish accent rapping Tupac.
I don't think I can do that. That's probably going to get copyright claimed.
Damn.
Because they can
I'll
and
still
will
send it.
they can and will claim
I'll still
any
send
kind
it
of
to you in
music.
private. I will still send it to you in private.
All right. I'd want to react to that, but like the music itself would get copyright claimed very quick. Anyways, prepare your stomach. This is not going to be pretty.
Basically a xenomorph. Introducing the tarantula hawk wasp, possibly one of the most nightmare-inducing insects on the planet. And the reason it's such a threat to your mental health is because its hunting and reproduction strategy is ripped straight from Ellen Ripley's autobiography. But before we get to the strats, you're gonna have to learn a little bit about it first. Native to Australia, because of course it fucking is, this fucker is the largest wasp on the planet, coming in at a massive 2.5 inches. Which, I mean, boys, we would...
Can you imagine seeing that shit?
I think I would leave.
I think I'd just burn the fucking house. If I saw one of those in this house, I'd just say, all right, you know what, we're leaving. This thing is horrible.
You could always move out to Canada, my dude. I mean, what's the worst we have out here? Fucking Wendigo?
Crackheads, but yeah.
You say that like your country has any less.
Let's continue, because I'm pretty sure if I start talking, I will not stop.
That's
all
fine,
agree,
dude.
well above average, right? Huge. And this is probably the most effective 2 inches has ever been, because it has the second most painful sting of any insect on the planet, coming in just barely behind the bullet ant. Pack and a half-inch stinger with a potent venom that has been described as blinding.
Half an inch stinger, dude. Like, if you know how big an inch is, half of that as a stinger? Ugh. God. Ugh.
Debilitating, I can't move my arm, and electric. Now, the size and poison aren't just for nothing, because as the name tarantula hawk wasp suggests, they are purpose-built, genetically perfect killing machines designed specifically to violate spiders, making Australia basically an all-you-can-eat buffet for it. But they don't just execute the spiders. No, that'd be too normal. Hawk wasps use spiders to reproduce in one of the most horrific ways possible. And that all starts with a female hawk wasp hunting down a tarantula. As the buff bulking spider takes a wrong turn down a dark alley, the hawk wasp, noticing the 8 sets of TNs on his feet, proceeds to fucking jump him, flying down from above to land a sting into the spider's abdomen, instantly and permanently paralysing it. The Bug Harbour Butcher then proceeds to drag the still completely conscious and aware spider into an isolated kill room, which is where the fucked up part really begins. Because our wasp isn't hungry, it's pregnant, and proceeds to lay its egg on the paralysed spider's abdomen. After about...
Why the fuck did I open a bag of chips during this part?
I don't know.
I should not be eating with what's about to happen. This is awful.
At 3 to 4 days, that egg hatches into a larvae. A very, very hungry larvae. Fortunately, there's a whole bunch of fresh fruit right here underneath them. That food being the still paralysed, still very conscious and aware spider. The larvae burrows into the spider's abdomen and gets to work converting it into a KFC family bucket, consuming it from the inside out, purposely avoiding vital organs to keep the food nice and fresh. After it's done consuming a living being, the larvae breaks forth from the demolished corpse like a fucking chestburster and fucks off to continue the generational arachnid violation. Anywho, good luck getting any sleep tonight.
Yeah, that is... I hate that thing so goddamn much.
Now, like, don't take this as an insult to Australians. How the fuck? I like that top comment where Australia is just where God tests his mods.
Yes. Centuries later, a mad scientist decides they weren't awful enough and mutates them into cazadors.
Nope.
Yeah, that, this thing is what cazadors were apparently based on.
Look, I have at least 2,000 hours in Fallout New Vegas. Does not matter how many mods I'm running. Does not matter what build I make. I see a Cazador, I consider using my gun on myself.
Yeah. And like
Those things are terrifying.
And like these two comments said, from Gallery Spectre, reminder, this buzzing nightmare shook Darwin's faith in a kind and just God because he couldn't believe such a being would allow such sadistic life cycle. And Ryan says, ah yes, a creature so horrifying, it made Charles Darwin literally lose faith in God.
Native to Australia, because of course it fucking was.
Yeah. Oh, this one's pretty funny.
Aussie farmers thought they were being attacked by aliens. But what was actually causing it is so much funnier. This is a wallaby, the kangaroo's vertically challenged little cousin. Now, to get a little more specific, this is a Bennett's wallaby, native to my home state of Tasmania. And that location is very...
I'm sorry, I've seen it described as Australian Alabama, and that is probably one of the funniest, like, running jokes on this channel, other than the Predator.
Very important to the story. Tassie is home to a lot of things. Beautiful views, a seal with a felony record, and the nut.
I love that seal.
Neil, yeah, we'll get to him.
I love that seal so fucking much.
I don't know what the nut is, though.
I would say look up Australia's nut, but I don't think you want to.
I'm pretty sure if I look that up, I'm going to get ads for a gay porn site.
Hey man, I'm not judging.
Yeah, I'm not interested in doing that, unfortunately.
They tend to leave off the tourism brochures is drugs. Tasmania is the world's largest exporter of legal opium, the main ingredient in opioid painkillers like morphine, with this one tiny island producing 50% of global supply. Now, opium comes from poppy milk, and to get poppy milk, you need to milk poppies. And to produce that 50% of global supply, Tasmanian farmers grow huge fields of these things across the north of the state. However, because throwing these flowers into a crafting table gives you narcotics, these fields are legally required to be under extremely tight security. Which is why these same poppy farmers became extremely confused when f***ing crop circles showed up in the...
Just gonna quickly go back.
That's the circle.
Yeah. That,
Very circular.
indeed. Very circular.
Crop circles showed up in the plant equivalent of a fucking Town Hall 9 Clash of Clans base. They were understandably absolutely fucking bewildered by this, and some people even thought it was aliens. So to figure out whether or not it was a Halo Elite drawing this shit, they set up some cameras, and what they saw was this little shit breaking into the field, eating the milk-filled buds, getting absolutely f***eyed, and then hopping in circles until he passed the f*** out. They thought the f***ing Covenant were invading, and it was a drink-driving wallaby. Aussie...
Holy shit.
Wallaby. Aussie...
Could you imagine fucking up that bad in a car crash? Just...
Yes.
Actually, yeah, I can too. I've seen it happen.
I've been in one. Actually, I've been in several car crashes.
Like, I've seen on the highway a fucking car that hit the guardrail and flipped onto its roof.
You want to talk about bad car accidents? You need to watch me play Cyberpunk. I will flip into a building accidentally.
This seal is such a menace that he routinely gets the cops called on him. Introducing our protagonist, Neil the Seal, a 600 kilo absolute unit of a southern elephant seal from my home state of Tasmania in the land down under, who is known for, above all else, being an absolute fucking menace to polite society. But despite his crimes, we all still truly love him. But what are his crimes?
That is absolutely adorable, by the way, as he just pops by somebody with a hose, just hoses him down a little, keep him cool.
I mean, I would do the same.
Oh, yeah. If I was allowed to, I'd give him head pats.
No, I'd just give him a whole pool to himself.
Okay.
Well, see, he seems to just fucking hate traffic cones and road safety in general. Has regularly been caught trespassing, and then once he has been caught
Look at that
trespassing,
cute little face.
belligerently screaming at locals because they won't give him his fucking fish, and has been known to just block roads by plopping his fat ass down directly in the middle of them. However, hands down, the funniest shit he has ever done was just straight stopping this random lady from going to work. I shit you not. This motherfucker crawled out of the ocean, up the beach, crossed the road, absolutely fucking bodied this woman's poor letterbox, and then proceeded to plant himself directly in front of her fucking car.
That is no reason to be as funny as it is, but it...
Honestly, that's the face I make when someone offers me a fucking Marlboro.
Like, just look at that adorable little face. I want to give him belly rubs.
Yeah.
She was then unable to go to work because this half-ton beefcake was camping her driveway for so damn long. Local news had time to drive out to her house and cover the fucking story. Now, this is a lot of menace for a single seal to cause, but the funniest part of this is, old mate isn't even fully grown. He's like 5 years old. If you think he can fuck things up now, wait until he's nearly 2 solid-ass tons of blubber and takes issue with the wall of your house. I do not think that seal damage is covered on my fucking insurance plan, dude. This...
Okay.
I think it actually is. It's considered, like, environmental damage.
Yeah, I believe it would be. But I just need to say.
Yeah.
This video is like, what, 2 years old? Because I remember seeing it a long time ago.
About a year old.
Okay. So that means in about 11 years, he's going to be fully grown.
Oh, bro,
if PARS does not cover it, then
I will be highly
sad. But, like, Neil is the level of menace and disruption that I think more societies need.
Just anarchy seal. That's all it is.
Someone's got to make him a battle jacket.
I already liked it, so...
This bird has to rearrange its organs and skeleton just to lay an egg. This cute little guy is the kiwi bird, a species of ratite native to New Zealand this time, and the absolute poster child for getting cucked by evolution. You see, this walking...
Look at that little guy. Just want to pick him up and cuddle him.
Yeah, I don't really know what to say.
He's adorable.
He's cute.
Featherball is actually directly related to the emu, ostrich, and cassowary, being a member of the same family of flightless birds. However, there is a problem. You see, the rest of the Kiwis' bloodline actually looked up a build guide before picking their stat spread, and as such made sure to trade the whole flying thing for something useful. With all of his cousins specking into speed, size, and some kind of offensive capability. So that leaves the question, what did the Kiwi pick to make up for not flying? Absolutely f***ing nothing. Kiwis are tiny in comparison to their relatives, coming in at only 4 kilos in weight.
Look how fucking small the guy is.
Only 8 pounds? Jesus.
And when you compare it to something like the cassowary and the emu, who are fucking huge.
I mean, emus are terrifying.
Oh, cassowaries are worse. Pars himself has described them as a spec ops emu.
Yeah, I'll give you that on the cassowaries. I think my perspective of birds is very skewed because I live with cobra chickens.
That's fair.
And 50 centimeters tall. This is because kiwis evolved largely on an island with no natural predators, so they downsized and traded out the knife feet and bloodlust for just being a little guy with a good attitude, which honestly worked pretty well for them until the British did British things, and now they have to deal with cats and dogs trying to eat them. And considering this build was not designed for PvP, they have been clapped so hard by invasive species that they are now unfortunately an endangered animal. But getting shafted by the British is just the beginning of the generation.
I'm going to go back to here.
Unfortunately, an endangered animal.
I do recommend going and donating to Save the Kiwis.nz if you do want to help. Like, I'm pretty sure they are doing very good work. So, if you guys are watching, if you could spare a buck or two, drop by and give them a little help. Give them a little help.
Yeah,
But
give up on
getting
your
shafted by the British is just
give up on your daily coffee for to help out someone.
Yeah.
Far more
the
useful with
beginning
the
of
money.
the generational violation of the kiwi, because these poor feathered fruits can't even reproduce without getting f***ed over. You see, the kiwi bird's cousins are famous for laying huge eggs. I'm talking hit your protein macros in one meal-sized eggs. And you would think that is because they are large. And you would be wrong, because their vertically challenged
Macros, you say?
cousins have to
What?
Macros, you say? I am on a
lay
boat.
eggs the same.
Look at that, dude.
You poor creatures.
Well, the emu and the ostrich have the space for it. The
Yeah,
kiwi doesn't. That's
poor
the
creatures.
size of it.
Yeah.
God. It's awful.
And a sea urchin just for scale.
Yeah.
Size. A kiwi bird lays eggs 20% the size of their body. With the egg being so bloody large, it rearranges their internal organs and stretches their rib cage just to be able to hold the thing. For reference, that is like a human giving birth to a 15-kilo child. That's not a bun in the oven anymore. That's a whole f***ing bakery. This bird...
Yeah.
Okay.
God, poor little guy.
First of all, some words here. Number one, poor bird. Ain't nothing deserve that. Number two, that's horrifying.
Yeah. Like, I was
And
a
number
big
three,
baby.
again.
Like,
yeah, I can't compare.
like, from what I understand, I was a very big baby. And I can only imagine how hard it was to carry me around. I was 11 pounds when I was born.
I think I was like 4, 5. Like I was 2 days premature.
I was like 2 weeks late.
I was 2 days premature, and that was after my mother fought to not give birth to me on a very specific day because she didn't want me to make fun of. I'm born right after a holiday. She didn't want me to get bullied or made fun of, so she refused to give birth to me until the next day.
Very fair.
Yeah, one of the few things I can thank her for. But no, that's just
isn't a
sad.
spider.
Sorry?
I'm like, that's just sad.
Yeah. Like, having to carry around a kid that goddamn large, and then at the end of the day still having to
Yeah.
defend the nest just to make sure that they can survive.
Yeah.
Fuck, bro.
It's a snake. Introducing the Iranian spider-tailed hornviper.
Look at that little guy.
Barely even see him.
Yeah. He's adorable, though.
Good camo.
Yeah, very good camo.
Yeah.
As the name suggests, native to Iran, and you are all probably wondering why the f this snake has decided to attach a cosplay of the average Australian resident to his tail. The answer is food. You see, every known snake species is a predator. Some eat.
That's one of the predators out there.
Yeah. And EDP popped in the last one.
I mean, hey, maybe it's just me. Sometimes you don't need to be so predatory.
Yeah. They don't fucking care. Because creeps are always going to be creepy. And unfortunately,
Yeah, you know.
Unfortunately, it's like a debuff in a higher leveled area. The more money you eventually get, or the more popularity you eventually get, the higher the chance you catch something like that.
Yeah, that's why there's a very simple response on how to prevent any stupidity from ever happening. It's called don't answer your fucking DMs. Ever.
Yeah.
I don't plan on it. I got like
feel-
30 unopened messages right now that I'm just not touching.
I can say without a shadow of a doubt, I'm never going to wind up like this. I like older women far too much. So
I'm not going to wind up like this because I'm fucking married.
There's that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Eat Bambi, others eat Remy, and the spider tail, not unlike myself, absolutely fucking loves KFC. However, birds famously tend to fly,
too.
and last I
Yeah.
checked, note ropes don't have wings. So how does this viper get his zinger box? The
No
answer is again, food. You see, birds eat insects, and the spider tail knows this. So rather than trying to chase his prey down, this lazy fucker has evolved the evolutionary equivalent of DoorDash. You see,
Imagine being so lazy you basically evolved DoorDash. That is fantastic.
I mean, I would love that ability.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, like, I don't even like to order food anymore because I spent too many years cooking. Now all I can think about is I could have made this better.
Yeah. I really don't like cooking because I spent a lot of years in the kitchen too.
Yeah, it's one of those industries where you either love it or hate it. And unlucky for me, I got hit with the curse of Italianism because my family just had to be Italian. And now I want to cook all the time.
Kitchen environments are why my blood pressure's so goddamn high.
It's why I'm a nicotine addict. Don't smoke, kids. It's not worth it.
I damn near, last time I was in a kitchen like that, I damn near had an aneurysm.
I mean, you work at a fucking warehouse now. It's probably better money for you.
Probably.
when a viper feels like a meal, it'll start the hunt by finding a nice rocky outcrop to curl up on like a couch. And due to the camouflage on his scales, this snake becomes practically invisible. Once he's nice and cozy, he begins to slowly wiggle his tail back and forth in front of his face, perfectly mimicking the motion of an insect. Think of this as him playing.
That is fantastic, though. Like that motion right there. You saw that, right?
That is incredibly detailed. My brain is still thinking about the fucking big boss venom snake image there.
Fair enough.
All I can say is this. That's why you're the best snake.
Boss, you killed a child back there. Excellent work.
That's why you're the best. Yes. Real quick, because you were talking about getting me hooked up with the model and all that. I have a friend who's going to hook me up with a PC with a 4090 in a couple of weeks for $300 on my end.
Very nice.
Once I have that, well, he's richer than God at this point, electrician, and he just upgraded, so he wants to just pass it off to me.
Very nice. I still got to upgrade the thing
So,
in
like,
mine.
Yeah, so like once that happens, I'm going to get a model and I'm going to start streaming myself. And the first thing I'm making people watch me do is Metal Gear Solid because I love those games.
Nice.
And then yes, I will also get Helldivers and I will help dispense democracy with you.
Hell yeah.
Placing his
Oh, and I'll probably do
operation.
Cyberpunk as well.
Meanwhile, up in the air, our undercooked chicken tender is flying around when, holy shit, a free meal! What a delectable bug just sitting there on that rock. And so, Tweety Birdie swoops down to grab himself an insect Happy Meal. And just as he's about to reach his meal, this isn't a spider.
So fucking cool, dude. Like, internet. Nature
I
is
love that.
fascinating.
I fucking love that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, that's probably the coolest snake I've ever seen in my life.
Speaking of snakes,
This is Australia's most common snake, and that's quite a problem, because it's also one of the world's deadliest. Introducing the eastern brown snake, native to quite literally every state in the land down under. And unluckily for us, this asshole has earned himself a silver medal in the Note Rope Olympics venom category, coming in second place for the most venomous snake in the world. It is worth noting that third and first place are unsurprisingly also both held by Australian snakes.
I'm pretty sure this is actually the inland taipan.
I believe so.
And
I'm sure we'll find out.
that one fascinates me.
Yeah.
Because God hates us. However, unlike first and third, the toxic middle child here is a far larger problem, because putting it lightly, he's a cunt. The eastern brown is one of the most territorial species of snake in the world, which is a scientific way of saying they operate on the US home defense philosophy. If you dare put a pinky toe onto this guy's property, he will bite your ass, injecting you with a hemotoxin that can send you to heaven via blood clot in under 30 minutes if left untreated. But hey, stay off his
Yeah.
property and he'll leave you alone, right? Yeah, one problem. His property is your property.
Bruh. Can you imagine
That's...
going to take a shower and just seeing a fucking snake?
I'd be horrified.
So would I.
That's right, the eastern brown doesn't live out in the middle of nowhere like his slightly more deadly cousin. This fucker is so at home in the suburbs, he drives a fucking Prius. You can find this burnt piece of spaghetti literally anywhere. Go to put your shoes on,
Pause that.
he's turned them into...
Yeah.
I never thought I would say I hate a snake, but if I saw a snake driving a Prius, I think I'd actually hate it.
Yeah.
That's awful. People can judge me all you want. I hate Priuses. They're the dumbest car I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And the daily drive in my house is a fucking Japanese transport van called a Delica. It's not a pretty van.
Yeah. Priuses, they're not well designed, all things considered.
No. I also just hate the way that they try to rule the road when they're tiny.
Yeah.
a two-bedroom home. Hop in the car to go to work? Yeah, unfortunately, that's his car now. Get to work on the job site? What do you know? He f***ing works here too. Try to take a shower after a long day at work? F*** off, he's moisturising. You can't even take a shit in the comfort of your own home without running the risk of the dunny being occupied. In fact, these...
Apparently they come up through the pipes.
I would flush it. Watch them fucking get sent back where they came from.
Yeah, I can't use the bathroom in a lot of places without checking the toilet just to be safe. I cannot imagine having to check just to make sure you don't get your fucking balls bitten by a brown snake.
I mean, if you're still planning to come and visit at some point, I will inform you, do not piss in any bushes when we're out and about.
Yeah,
There's a 50-50, you might shove your dick into a black widow nest.
yeah, I'm not that fucking crazy. I'm retarded, but I'm not that stupid.
Bastards are so omnipresent that out of the 200 species of snake in the country, this ginormous asshole makes up 60% of snake bites. What a cunt.
It's the toilet.
This is Australia.
He's a fucking
Guardian of the Bowl.
A gorilla can't beat 100 men in a fight. He gets jumped.
Yeah, it happens a lot easier than you may think. Gorillas are very weak to psychological warfare.
Yeah.
You just start they're very non-confrontational. That's why their main method of dealing with conflict is avoiding it, hence the chest beating and whatnot. And
Yeah?
if you are loud, it will give them ungodly anxiety. And they'll kind of just shrink into themselves.
But that begs the question, which animal does win?
Oh.
And the answer, stepping into the ring at 5 meters long and weighing in at a genuinely frightening 4,500 kilos, I present to you the hippopotamus.
These little bastards are terrifying.
Hey, look, a hippo causing a 100-long line at the gates of heaven after a fight is honestly pretty plausible. You see, despite the fantastic PR work Mudang has done for the hippopotamus community...
Fucking course, it's chibi.
That model haunts my nightmares. That haunts my nightmares more than CPS.
Oh, boy.
I'm just kidding. Chibi's
Doesn't
funny.
change the fact that
Yeah, she's very
Moto
funny,
here
but-
is a sentient
Wow.
Ford F-150, the temperament of a fucking serial killer who can win this fight for one very specific reason. You can't fucking hurt it. You say the hippopotamus is
God,
possibly
do you
the
remember
tank...
Crack Kid?
Yeah, kid.
God, that's a blast from the fucking past, dude. I think he's doing
I
well
mean,
nowadays.
Probably. Like, I don't know. I remember a lot of like the YouTube poop to like fucking Vine, all of that. That shit was great as a kid.
Oh yeah, I never got the chance to like fully experience Vine until it was gone because I didn't have a phone capable of watching it. But yeah.
I never had a phone until I was like 12, 13. And like even then I had one of those shitty Blackberries that couldn't do anything.
I mean, at least you got one. I didn't get much more than a fucking track phone before I was in high school.
Oh no. Here's the thing though. I didn't get the phone because I was able to or like, deserved it or my family wanted me to have it. It was because my sister just fucked off one day and my aunt just gave me my sister's phone and said, have it.
Fair enough.
So, 12-year-old me is sitting around and like for reference, my sister was like 5 years older than me, right?
Right.
It's 12-year-old me laying in bed and my phone goes off at 3 a.m. to a random dick pic from some random guy.
Oh God.
Yeah, quite the interaction.
You say the hippopotamus is possibly the tankiest land animal on the fucking planet, packing an unbelievably thick 2-inch hide. Now look, we all know 2 inches is a lot, especially in the sheets, but in the street...
What? Fucking 2 inches of natural armor. Fucking wild.
Streets of the African savannah, this makes them practically...
God damn it.
Don't believe me? Here is a
makes-
hippopotamus walking away from 10 lions trying to convert it into a family meal.
What was that?
I was about to say fucking title card, but all I can say is that just looks like me walking away from work after I cause a giant fucking problem.
Yeah.
Notice how the hippopotamus does not give a single fuck. If Mufasa and his extended family can't hurt it, neither can you. However, don't let the fact that it's walking away fool you here. The hippopotamus is not a peaceful animal. They are, in fact, violent, psychopathic, 4.5-ton thundercats that can and will bite you in half.
Yeah, look at that.
87?
Look at these fucking fangs, dude.
I thought my cat's teeth were sharp. Jesus Christ.
The worst part is those aren't even sharp. Those are dull. They'll just tear through you.
I'll stick to getting bit by my cat, thanks.
Yeah, I'll stick to accidentally biting the inside of my own fucking mouth.
A hippo's jaw produces 2,000 psi of pure crushing force. So if he catches your ass, you are the watermelon. And as if the hydraulic press wasn't bad enough, don't forget they've got 2 20-inch fangs in that mouth that'll put a hole in you big enough to stick your f***ing arm through. But honestly, the bite doesn't even f***ing matter. It weighs 4.5 tons and can run at 30k an hour.
It's almost 4 times faster than a human, by the way. Because the average human can...
I'm never visiting Australia.
Oh, that's Africa.
I'm not visiting either now. Fuck that.
Understandable. Africa, its wildlife is fucked.
Hit
I
by a
think I'm just
charging
gonna live
hippo
and die in this
is like
country.
Yep.
getting hit by a fucking bus. There is no way we are winning a fight against something that could probably take out 10 people just by rolling over. In summary, don't f*** with the hungry hippo. A gorilla can't beat
Yeah, they are terrifying creatures. They're not nearly as, they're not nearly as peaceful or lovey as the cartoons make them seem. They are terrifying creatures.
Touching this plant will put you in the hospital.
I'm dying.
This is the Gimpy plant, a piece of foliage native to the land down under. And surprising no one, not only is the thing venomous, it is in fact the most painful plant on the planet. Because yeah, no, of course, man, even the fucking leaves down here have a problem with me.
I'm pretty sure in some language, gimpy actually means pain. I may be wrong on that. But imagine how fucking dangerous of a plant you have to be for them to name you Pain twice.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That's a fucking yikes for me, dog.
Growing in the rainforests of northern Queensland, these hell bushes are covered in tiny hairs that upon closer inspection aren't hairs at all and are actually thousands of hypodermic needles waiting to stab you and break off inside your skin if you so much as brush them. Once inside you, these needles will inject you with, I am not kidding, neurotoxin and cause absolutely
Oh, that right there. That whole thing with her wearing a mask. Yeah, you have to wear a mask generally around these things. Those hairs / needles can be airborne. And if you breathe them in as a result of, say, a wildfire, and they get inside your lungs, then what you're about to hear about next will happen inside of your lungs.
Oh, I just want to interrupt just to say, the deadly neurotoxin is now just stuck in my head on repeat.
God damn it.
Excruciating pain. I mean, like comedic levels of pain. With one person describing it as being covered in hot acid and electrocuted, and another woman saying that it was straight up more painful than childbirth and she'd given birth 4 times. And the fucked up part is, the neurotoxin isn't even lethal. So this spiteful cunt of a plant is hurting you purely for the love of the game. Mind you, there are reports of people saying getting stung by this thing is actually worse than being put in the ground. This is because Groot's little hellspawn cousin here can continue hurting you for literal years after being stung. This is because those thousands of little hypodermic needles are actually made out of silicon, meaning your body can't break them down. And with how thin they are, your skin will usually close up over the top of them, meaning that these neurotoxin-emitting slivers can sit inside your skin for literal years, releasing more neurotoxin any time that they're moved or disturbed. This constant, chronic, agonizing pain is so unbelievably bad that there have even been records of, trying not to get banned here, people Alt F4ing existence to make it stop. This particular incident came from a man who accidentally used one of the plant leaves as toilet paper.
No.
I don't think it gets much worse
No.
than neurotoxin to the nuts.
No.
Oh, fuck. I can't watch that without thinking of it. It is awful.
I'm quite happy with the twins not being in pain. Thank you.
Yeah, I'd
Oh.
rather my boys stay right where they are, thank you very much. Ugh. Fuck. Alright, one more on MoreParz, and we will call it for this channel for the night.
This
Oh, God.
spider can remove your limbs. But how? Introducing the brown recluse, native to the United States of America, and a prime example of don't judge a book by its cover. Because despite only coming in at a huge 2 centimeters in length and rocking the spider equivalent of default character customization, this little f***er is a level 500 rot build that gives Melania a run for her money. You see, a bite from a recluse starts in the most American way possible.
I gotta say, I've probably said this at some point on stream. I'm pretty sure I've told you. I think the brown recluse is one of the things I am most terrified of in terms of like spiders, because of like the capability that they have if you get very unlucky. See, I used to work at a summer camp a long ways back when I was like 14, and we had this thing called soul eating, which is basically where if you didn't have anything to do, but it was funny, by the way, they called it soul eating, and it was run by a ginger. And it was basically like labor. You did inventory, you did just random shit around the camp. And one of the things that we occasionally had to do was go clean out the shit fields, as they were called. Basically, the septic tanks and all the shit from, like, the toilets across the camp would, like, flow into a specific spot, and then it would be the water would, like, be sprayed out across a field. We had to go by and check to make sure everything was cleared out, all the sprinklers and whatnot. We had to wear gloves and shit, and make sure none of the schmutz got caught in the sprinklers, or the sprayers. We got warned that, oh no, you have to wear gloves, and be careful, don't let anything start crawling on you. Because out here, we have brown recluse spiders. And they can give you necrosis if you're not paying attention. And that was when I learned what necrosis was, and it's probably the most terrifying condition.
With you accidentally stepping foot onto his private property, causing him to exercise his Second Amendment rights. But considering a spider can't really hold a gun, he's gonna settle on biting your ass. Now, that initial bite's pretty painless. You smack him away, all's well. There is just one small problem. Congratulations, you are now the proud owner of necrotic venom coursing through your veins, which at first does nothing. You walk back to your house, the bite starts to sting a little more. You feel sick. The wound swells, and the blood vessels around the bite burst, turning it a deep red. Over the next few days, that colour shifts from red to purple to black, as the venom literally destroys and kills the surrounding tissue in a process called necrosis. This causes the skin to literally rot and fall off of your body, And if you don't catch it in time, that rot's gonna spread. If you're lucky, it'll only make you violently ill and leave permanent scarring. If you're unlucky, it just keeps spreading and venom starts to destroy your blood cells and shut your organs down. Now, there's kind of only one solution to that, but you weren't using that arm anyway, right?
Oh, fuck, bro.
Mm. That's something.
That is awful. I've said that so many times tonight, but that is just, it's fucked. Fucking hell. But yeah, that is the last one of MoreParz for tonight. We will be watching more again at some point. This was a lot of fun. I'll keep these off in the background just in case. But, with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, please be sure to hit that like button down below. Go subscribe to MoreParz first. Go support him on Twitch, on YouTube, anywhere he has socials and whatnot. And if you have the money to spare, go drop by savethekiwis.nz and give them a little bit of a hand. Now, if you do like what you see here, then drop by over on Twitch. We are currently pushing for affiliate, and we're almost there. But yeah, we'll see what we can do. But with all that being said, always remember, be kind to yourselves, be kind to one another, and there's always something to look forward to. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.